Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video, I wanted to share some ideas of different activities that you could be doing with your kids while you're home during this unique, very unique time. I hope that these activities will help you to fill your days with things that will be more positive and just make your home environment a little bit more peaceful. Our family has 4 children. Their ages are 9, 7, 5, and 2. And so these are some of the activities that we already do fairly often as a family, but definitely things that I'm going to be more intentional in doing since we are not able to leave the house as often as we normally would. So let me go ahead and get started and share with you these different activity ideas. The first one that I wanted to mention is Art Hub for Kids. This is an awesome YouTube channel that I have really enjoyed. My kids love the different art tutorials that they have for drawing different things. That they have so many different things available on their YouTube channel, but we also decided to go ahead and sign up for their app. That has been great because it's ad-free and I can just put it on for my kids and they can search through it on their own, click anything they want, and I don't have to worry about them seeing any ads that are inappropriate or accidentally clicking on another unrelated video that might not be appropriate. And so being able to utilize the Art Hub app platform has been wonderful for our family, and really all 3 of the older kids enjoy it. There are specific art tutorials that are better for younger kids, and then they have more advanced art lessons as well. So that has definitely been something that we have enjoyed. The second thing I wanted to mention, which I actually did a whole video on, I don't know if it's up yet, but if it is, I will link it up here, is audiobooks. Being able to listen to audiobooks has been something our family has used daily, and my kids enjoy listening at quiet time, but also sometimes we listen at lunch or in the afternoons when everyone gets a little stir crazy before dinner. It's nice to put on an audiobook and have them sit at a table, maybe work on an art project together or some kind of creative thing where they can listen and create something at the same time. And so we really enjoy utilizing the Hoopla and Libby apps, which are completely free. They link up with your local library card, and so definitely check those out, and you can see the different audiobook series that I recommended in that video as well. The third thing that I wanted to recommend for an activity is to let your kids build a tent. I don't know about you, but I loved building tents as a kid. I have some really wide-mouthed like chip clips that are perfect for making forts and things like that, and then I let the kids twist off the broom and use the broomstick to make really tall, kind of like a circus tent kind of tent. We use our chairs and pillows, and the kids come up with a lot of really fun tents, and they have a really great time playing different make-believe games with that. Sometimes they play family, sometimes they play Star Wars, they play all different kinds of different games after they have built their tents. And so that has been something that provides a lot of creative play opportunities, and just something that they really enjoy doing together. All right, the next thing that I wanted to mention is letting your kids build things out of your recyclables. I know for me personally, I have been shopping online a little bit more frequently in the last month, and so we have been getting several different deliveries with cardboard boxes, and so I have let the kids turn those cardboard boxes into whatever they want to make them. They have made them into a stage for a puppet show. They have made them into spaceships, cars, chains, TVs. So that has been something that has provided a lot of entertainment. And then sometimes I let them also use our different recyclable things like empty egg cartons, empty milk containers, different things like that that are a bit smaller, and they have created their own boats out of different recyclable materials, and then I let them fill up the tub and you know, see if their boats can float. And so that has been something they have really enjoyed. It doesn't cost anything. It really entertains them for a long period of time, and it kind of encourages those critical thinking skills and engineering and things like that. So that has definitely been something they love doing. The next one I wanted to mention is just getting outside and doing some outdoor play. Our kids enjoy going on daily bike rides. We also have lots of sidewalk chalk. I know right now there is lots of places that are doing what's called a chalk walk. And so basically what you can do is you go out to the sidewalk near your house and write down some kind of encouraging message or positive phrase, or draw a pretty picture. And so that way when people are outside, you know, taking walks throughout the day, it's just kind of a way to spread positivity in your neighborhood during this time when a lot of people are feeling a lot of stress and heaviness. And so that has been something we have enjoyed doing. We drew lots of pictures on our driveway, and that was a really fun activity and a great way to get outside, get some fresh air and some sunshine. All right, the next one I wanted to mention is that a lot of times if I am wanting the little kids to be entertained for a while, I will put them in a bath. My younger two kids are 5 and 2, they're still pretty little, and so it doesn't bother them if they bathe together, but just being able to run a nice bath for them, put some bubbles in it, give them a bunch of tub-friendly toys that they can just go to town playing, and I can just sit in there with them while the older kids do something else. I don't know what it is exactly about bath time, but I can have a grumpy kid and get them in a nice warm bath with some bubbles, and it usually helps them feel happy very quickly. So bath time for us is definitely a winner. The next one I wanted to mention is doing some kind of arts and crafts activity. Two things that my kids really enjoy are Play-Doh as well as painting. And so for Play-Doh, we have a lot of different stamps and cookie cutters and Play-Doh tools that I've collected over the years. And so they really enjoy that, and that provides tons of entertainment. And then for painting, we have like watercolor paints, but then we also have some paint with water books by Melissa and Doug. I will link those below if you want to check them out. Those are kind of nice because you don't have to get out paint. You just hand your kid a paintbrush and some water and let them just paint the paper, and the paint is already on the paper. It's just getting it wet. And so we have both of those, and those are kind of some nice things to do while they listen to an audiobook or something like that. Those are kind of fun things that we don't do super often, but when we do, they really enjoy it. Another type of artsy kind of thing is we have one of those giant paper rolls. I believe ours is from IKEA, and it's just this giant paper roll. And what I like to do is just get like an 8-foot section of this paper roll, tape it to the floor, and get out all kinds of different art supplies like crayons, colored pencils, markers, stamps, and then I have a ton of stickers, and just kind of get all that out, spread it out, and let the kids go to town creating whatever they want on this giant piece of paper. Usually they will design some kind of a city, and they'll have roads and buildings and restaurants and, you know, forests and castles and all different kinds of things. So that is definitely something that they really enjoy doing and encourages creativity. Something else that you could do right now during this time that's kind of artsy would be to create a card, either for a family member or maybe a friend. I know our church right now is actually collecting cards for the retirement communities in our area that they're going to deliver, because during this time a lot of people can't get visitors, and that can be really hard, especially for elderly people who they don't really get to see their families right now. And so sitting down and making some handmade cards for people in your life that you love and care about, and just sending them to them would be a really great art activity to do together. All right, this next one is a little bit random, but I will explain. Something fun you could do during this season would be to grow your own butterflies. Now this year in homeschool, we have been doing flying creatures of the 5th day. So basically it's talking about all the different flying creatures that God created, and among those that we talked about this year were butterflies. And so one activity that I thought would be super fun to do towards the end of the school year would be to order a little cup of caterpillars. And so I will link down below the website that I purchased them from, but basically it's just this little cup of caterpillars. It comes with the food in the bottom. The caterpillars eat the food, then they attach to the lid of the container and turn into the chrysalis. And then the parent can gently take that off, put it inside of this little net area, habitat, and then once they emerge from their chrysalis, then they become these beautiful painted lady butterflies. So that would be a fun and also educational activity that you can do with your kids if you wanted to really make it more rich. You could also, you know, watch documentaries on butterflies, or find some ebooks on butterflies. You could do some different butterfly, arts and crafts activities. You could really turn it into a whole butterfly unit if you wanted to. So that would be just a really fun and unique activity. I wanted to include a little update on the caterpillars. We did receive them and we were able to watch them turn into butterflies. This was such a great experience for not only my kids, but I also really enjoyed it myself. And it's something that we've talked about doing every year as a fun spring family tradition. And so if you have not done this with your kids, I would definitely recommend checking it out. All right, the next one I wanted to mention is board games. We are definitely a board game family. My husband is the original board gamer in our family, and over the last 12 years of our marriage, he has collected quite a few board games. We have quite the collection now, and so he has definitely been raising up the kids to enjoy board games too. And so I have 2 separate videos all about different board games that we enjoy as a family. I'll link one here and the other one in the description box if you want to check that out. Right now, board games are actually pretty popular because a lot of people are trying to find ways to fill their time at home. And so these are some board games that we have enjoyed playing as a family. I'm also probably going to share videos soon about some games that play well with 2 players. Sometimes my husband and I will put the kids to bed and then we'll enjoy playing a board game together for kind of an at-home date night. So I'll be sharing some of those board game suggestions in a future video. Another great thing you can do with your kids during this time is to teach them some kind of new skill. Maybe how to cook something, maybe how to do some kind of home maintenance, or maybe showing them how you meal plan. Different things like that are really great things for our kids to know how to do as they grow into young adults. I know my older daughter, who is 9, she loves being able to cook with me, and right now she's to the point where I can hand her a box of a cornbread mix and she can turn it around and find the ingredients herself and measure them herself and mix it herself. And so I can pretty much say, hey, we're having cornbread tonight, why don't you make the cornbread? And she feels so grown up when I give that responsibility to her, and she just loves being able to be in the kitchen with me and helping me make food for our family. So if there are different practical type life skills that you can be teaching your kids right now, definitely take advantage of that and teach them something new. Another thing that I do sometimes to occupy my kids is to give them age-appropriate chores. This is something that I think is really important for every family. Kids need to understand that they're part of a family unit and the parents can't do everything, and so it's great for kids to have age-appropriate chores that they can help with in the family to keep things running and to keep the home environment clean and running smoothly. And so our kids definitely have specific chores that I assign to them for their age. Some things might be, taking out the recycling, cleaning up the toys, putting away the silverware, helping load the dishwasher, sweeping under the table, making your bed, gathering dirty laundry from different rooms and making sure it gets to the laundry hamper, or helping me sort clean clothes and fold them and put them away. We usually do a little bit of chore time in the morning as well as in the evening to just kind of refresh the house and kind of pick up so that we start each day fresh. Then the last thing that I want to suggest is to do some kind of a fun themed family night. Now this is going to take a little bit more effort and intentionality on the part of the parent, but thinking about maybe doing some kind of themed meal. You could have themed like minute to win it games that you're doing, or you could also do like a themed art thing. You could do like a themed drawing activity on Art Hub for kids. You could incorporate some kind of movie and snack into your themed night. End it off with some reading, maybe reading from a chapter book or a kid's storybook. It takes more planning, so that's something that I probably would not do every week. Maybe something that you just do every other week or once a month, but it's definitely something that would make an impact and a memory in your child's life, it would definitely be something out of the ordinary that I think your family would really enjoy. All right, so that's it for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed some of these suggestions. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below if you have any more activity ideas for families who are home with their kids right now. Please share them with us below. And thank you as always for watching. I hope that you are doing well, staying healthy, and have a great day.